Yo, what up guys? We're back with another video, and today we're going to break down some Jaden McDaniels defense on the Thunder during this 2025 NBA playoffs. I think Jaden McDaniels is a lockdown defender, and he did a really good job from SGA. And so let's watch some of the clips from film and see what we can learn from him and see where we can improve as well. First thing I want to highlight is McDaniels' ability to pick up the ball in the full court setting. This is really important when you have a specific matchup that you have to guard. You want to try to find him early and communicate early that you're guarding him so that we avoid any mismatches and any miscommunication from our side on defense. And McDaniels does a really good job of doing this. You can see him apply full court shadow pressure to Shai just to slow him down and make sure he doesn't get as many points in transition, because that's where he really does well. As I'm sure you all know, Shai is very slippery, he's tough, he's hard to guard, he has great deception, change of pace, and so even when McDaniels does pick him up early, Shai is still able to find ways to score just because of his abilities. But you can see in these clips, we're still making these shots a little bit more difficult than if we just let him run up and down the court and get whatever he wants. Next thing I want to talk about is McDaniels' one-on-one defense against Shai. Like I said, Shai is a tough cover, and with guys like this, number one, you want to make sure they don't get to their spots. You want to make sure every shot is contested, and you want to make sure that you don't foul them. One thing that McDaniels does really well is that he contains drives on closeouts. We all know Shai likes to drive a lot more often than other players, but McDaniels really plays the drive well to make him think that I'm kind of sitting on it, but I can still contest your shot if you do shoot it. And even though he gets beat in some of these clips, you can see that the initial hesitation from Shai does slow him down a little bit and gives the rest of his teammates some time to recover. One technique I want to highlight from McDaniels is his ability to pull the chair on a drive. McDaniels is really good at hollowing out his body, so when Shai is driving and looking for contact, there's going to be no contact available because he's already pulled the chair, and this is going to cause Shai to lose his balance, and it allows McDaniels an opportunity to get in a position to block the ball or just wall up and get a contest without fouling. If we take a look at some advanced analytics from Second Spectrum on guys guarding SGA, we can separate by minutes played and the effective field goal percentage, and you can get some notable clusters like, let's say, the big man who are able to keep Shai in a lower field goal percentage, but they don't guard him that often. And then you have guys who guarded him a lot, potentially in a zone, like Christian Brown, who was able to keep Shai from shooting very high. And you have some other guys who were kind of just getting worked, like Julius Randle, Naz Reid, who were just getting bucked and they barely even guarded him. And then you got a guy like Jaden McDaniels, who's situated somewhere around here where he spent a good amount of time on SGA, but he didn't really keep the field goal percentage that low. So that might suggest that he wasn't doing a great job at guarding SGA. But it's important to note that this only tracks Shai's possessions where he does something with the ball that leads to an assist, turnover, or a shot attempt. So it's not going to track plays like this where the ball doesn't actually go in. Last thing I want to touch on in this video is McDaniels' ball screen defense. Obviously, because he's a good on-ball defender, teams are going to try to get him off of SGA to try to get an advantage. And guarding SGA in the ball screen is especially difficult because, number one, like I said, he's very slippery. It's hard to predict when he's going to go. And number two, what the Thunder like to do is set this kind of stationary ghost screen where you don't really know if the guy setting the screen is going to come or not. And this affects the Wolves defense because they usually switch or go under ball screens. And so guarding these situations can be quite challenging because you don't know when the screen is going to be set or not. Take a look at this next clip where McDaniels has to deal with an under, and he has to also deal with a ghost screen from Dort. And so guarding stuff like this, like I said, makes things really challenging, but him being the good defender that he is, he's able to navigate these situations well and still try to figure out whether the screen is going to be set or not. And so what you can take away from this as a defensive player yourself is probably assume that you're going to be guarding the guy irregardless of what's going to happen. Could Jaden McDaniels have done a better job on SGA? Yeah, of course. But there's still a lot of positives you can take away from his defense in this series, and it doesn't discredit him as a defender in any way. SGA is a great player, and Obviously, the Thunder have different tactics to try and get SGA open and limit the ability of Jaden McDaniels to impact the game defensively. I want you guys to still pay attention to his stance on defense, his ability to maintain a good distance, his ability to pull the chair, his activity on the help side as well, and his ability to get chest stops when he does go for those closeouts. Jaden McDaniels is still an elite defender. But like I said, there's a lot to learn from this video. Let me know if you picked up anything. Let me know what you guys think below, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace.